A lot of people think retirement planning starts at 55, but by then, most of your important financial decisions have already been made. Your savings habits, your tax structure, lifestyle inflation, even your career flexibility. Retirement planning doesn't start when you stop working. It starts when your income starts growing. One of the biggest mistakes high-income professionals make is assuming that a higher income automatically leads to a better retirement. It doesn't. I've seen people earning $300,000 a year with very little actual retirement flexibility. And I've also seen people earning far less who are completely on track because they started early and they planned intentionally. Because retirement planning is really about one thing. It's about converting income into long-term freedom. And the earlier you start, the easier that becomes. Not because of some motivational slogan about compound growth, but because time gives you options. Options to take investment risk. Options to recover from mistakes. Options to structure your taxes intelligently and efficiently. And options to avoid playing catch up later in life. For example, someone saving consistently in their 30s can often contribute far less overall than someone trying to aggressively save in their late 40s. Why? Because the portfolio had decades to compound. And people underestimate this constantly. They think retirement success comes from large, huge contributions, and in reality, consistency and time usually matter more. But sophisticated retirement planning goes beyond investment returns. This is where higher level planning starts to matter, because retirement isn't just an investment problem. It's a tax problem. It's a cash flow problem. It's a longevity problem. And eventually it becomes an estate planning problem. Take registered accounts, for example. RRSPs are powerful during high income years because they defer taxes while you're still in a higher tax bracket. But eventually, those RRSPs become fully taxable withdrawals, which means good retirement planning isn't just about building your registered accounts. It's about planning how to draw it down efficiently later, especially once CPP and OAS and other income sources enter the picture. This is also where TFSAs become a much needed complement to your retirement strategy. But strategically, this is something that most Canadians overlook because they think, wow, tax-free savings accounts, withdrawals are tax-free, which means I can just have it now. And technically you can, but it can also supplement your retirement income without triggering a higher marginal tax rate or affecting income-tested benefits. That flexibility becomes incredibly valuable later in life. Now, if you're incorporated, the planning opportunities become even more sophisticated because your corporation can effectively become a retirement planning vehicle. You may be able to defer personal taxes, invest retain earnings, smooth income over time, and coordinate corporate and personal withdrawals strategically in retirement. And that's where financial planning becomes far more important than just picking an investment. It becomes an integrated planning strategy. The people who retired comfortably usually didn't stumble into it accidentally. They built flexibility early. They made tax-efficient decisions consistently, and they treated retirement as a long-term strategy, not a finish line, because retirement planning isn't really about stopping work. It's about creating the freedom to choose how you want to live later in life while you still have time on your side.